Hello and welcome back to another video today here on Manga Monday, where we're looking at Parallel Paradise chapters 26 to 55. I'm going to give my thoughts on this, on everything. I am buying the books. I kind of really wanted to gauge where, like, how many chapters I need to read and then kind of do the volume. So this one might be up to like a few books, and then later on, as soon as I've kind of like been able to figure out where the rest are, then obviously we'll do volumes and stuff like that. But I wanted to give my thoughts. Now this video is, or this book or manga should I say, is quite risque, so I would be cautioned. If I show any pictures, they will not be containing anything very lewd, but I will be putting in some stuff. So I just want to give you a heads up in case you're like, what the hell? Either way, let's jump into this. This is a fantastic manga. I'm really addicted to reading it because it's finally a manga that I want. But I'll talk about this in a little bit. So if you like this sort of content, you love anime, you love manga, you love pulp culture, then hit that like button, hit subscribe, turn on all notifications, as well as check out the merchandise, and let's jump straight into it. Basically, to kind of catch you up, it's about a character called Yota, or Yuta. Yota, I'm going to call it, because voice is now going. So Yota has been transported to this world where he is the only male on the planet, and he has a special ability or an effect that if he touches like skin to skin contact, the girls instantly want to mate with him, and he has to mate with them, otherwise they will die. That's the thing. So in the last one we saw, I think it's Lumi as well as Yota kind of going off into the wilderness because they want to defeat the god of deep jealousy. And you know, in these chapters, it feels like they've toned down the sex quite a lot. So the first volume gets you in, the second one gets you in, but these chapters, it's like they've toned down the sex quite a lot. And I kind of get it, because obviously you don't want it to be the main focus, and you obviously want to keep selling this, and you kind of want to keep the reader engaged, because you don't want just the one thing all the time. One thing that really got me this is, like, you see mythical creatures and they keep it kind of what would normally happen. A unicorn would only come up to someone who is a virgin, or if not, they would run away. If they're not a virgin, that is. And then you have a thing called a bicorn, which I thought was a brocorn, or a bicorn, which is basically the reverse of a unicorn. So still a horse, still there, but once you've had sex, that they could become more kind of like friendly towards you, so that they know that, but they will also kind of like attack virgins or something like that. And I was just like, this is fucking weird. But you have other stuff like was it sea monsters, a tray golem, bicorns, and mermaids in this, which I generally was just like, I'm glad that they're keeping the aesthetic of this sort of thing all the way through mythical creatures is the word I'm looking for. So I was kind of liking like this. So we know that Lumi has joins Yota, and she doesn't want to leave the side. In the previous one, she starts crying. She starts saying like, oh, you know, I don't want to leave you. And none of the girls do, because once they've mated, they have this kind of chemical reaction where I think that they have to keep mating with the same person, and nothing else kind of like fixes that itch and stuff like that. So it's interesting because it does do flashbacks to the town that they were in, and I'm just like, damn guys, seriously, you're just getting your freak on constantly, which again, it isn't too bad in something like this. I'm glad that there's a manga that actually shows this and talks about it, rather than just has the main character shy away all the time, which really irritated me. I do think that everybody would have gone with Yota all the way through. I don't think he would easily have like stayed away or told them all to stop. I think that if he said, hey, do you all want to come with me, I think they'd be like, yeah, no problem, we'll come with you, and it all should be fine. Which again, wasn't a bad thing, but I think that you wouldn't be able to draw or have these characters interact, and I think it would just get way too serious all the time, which I think that would irritate me a lot. So it was really nice to kind of see this, that is only those two, and it looks like she is one of the main characters. She's on the first volume, and she's the first person that Yota meets, so I'm very happy with that. Because of all of this, they know that if Yota touches anyone, then it causes a frenzy, it causes them to melt down, and he doesn't want to do that, so he covers up and he makes sure that he doesn't really interact with anyone. There are times with another character in a minute where he dodges and stuff because, you know, he doesn't want to start that frenzy, and you know, they all think he's mean, but I understand this. This to me would be something where if you had this one ability, yeah, it would be fun to use all the time, but if you didn't want to use it on someone, you wouldn't want to activate it. So I can see him dodging a lot and not wanting to be that social with a lot of people. So I feel like that to me was a perfect kind of way of introducing this and being like, hey, I'm gonna kind of dodge. Now, I do think this is going to become an anime at some point. I really do hope it does, because I think it would be absolutely perfect. I would like to watch this. I think it'd be kind of really cool. So I'm hoping at some point, with the way that anime is going, where you've got stuff like, End of the World Harem and stuff like that, where people want this sort of thing. So I can see it becoming an anime probably in a couple of years' time, and I'm all for it. I would really love it. I thought I had written these on the other page, but you have other characters. You have Tia, Hana, Pinko, Kaya the dolphin, Black Dawn, who is the main villain, and Noah or Nora, or however you say it, and that's the main thing. So you find out that the god of jealousy is dead, but not really. Kaya the dolphin turns around and says, hey, yeah, the god of jealousy died a long time ago, and you know, he doesn't exist. And they were like, what do you mean, like the curse is still there? He's like, no, dead. And then just cheeses it off, and you never see Kaya ever again up to a certain point. I don't think you ever do anymore. I think it was just I'm a flying dolphin, listen to what I say. That'd be so weird. That's so fucking weird. Main bad guy is Black Dawn, who kills the girls around the area for fun. I think literally there's no real explanation, or maybe it's to keep her youthful age, or she doesn't turn into a monster. So she kills a lot of people. But you've got, I think it's Noah, or Nora. Her mother is trapped under the water, and every 20 years waters recede and she's able to see her, but she needs a pearl to kind of release her from her prison and to kind of restore her. So you find out that Black Dawn has this one last piece, and Noah, or Nora, I don't know how to say her name, we'll call her Nora. Nora has been searching the beach for 100 years, because obviously she's not one of the girls, she is a mythical creature, she is a mermaid, just on land, and she has been searching the beach for up to 100 odd years, maybe more, trying to find all the pieces of this orb that would restore her mother and free her. And this is one of the things where she hates Yota so much, she really fucking hates him, but he really helps her out quite a lot, and actually finds most of the pieces, because Nora has been looking at certain areas and not kind of doing it in a detailed search. So it's been up and down all the time, and I kind of really like this. It showed that he was kind and caring. Now, Hana is one of the girls that he does sleep with in the end, but she loves math, and she doesn't know what math is. She's trying to work out stuff like the tides by certain strings or by water stuff. So he teaches her math, and she absolutely loves it more than anything. And I really like this, because it showed that he was able to use his abilities from his world in on this to say, hey, I can teach you how to use this, and it's absolutely fantastic. So I generally did kind of like this, and to me it felt very interesting. Like, you know, it's like, oh my god, I love math and I'm gonna learn all this, it's absolutely cool, and you see it happen. Pinako, she is under the control of Black Dawn, very similar to how she's basically mating with Black Dawn, or she's under that control altogether. And Black Dawn tries to set up Yuta quite a bit, but it doesn't kind of work, and in the end they sleep together, and that's when the kind of curse is broken and things are kind of moving on to the point where it's not like she's going to turn around and say, hey, I'm going to trick you anymore. It's a nice clean moment, and there's some cute moments in this, as I said, with the math thing that's going on. I kind of like that, but Yota sleeps with a few of them. He's just, fuck it, I'm gonna mate, because he gets horny. It's like, I have to mate as well, and he's just not with, like, say, Lumi all the time. It's literally, he will sleep with almost everyone. And there's a moment where I think it's Tia or Tina, when she comes in and walks in on them, and obviously he's still dressed as a girl, and she's like, yeah, dinner's ready, and walks out. And he's like, oh shit, they saw me. And it's like, no, girls in this time, they obviously have sex, and they love it, so that's how they kind of take the edge off, because that's what they want. So he's like, oh phew. So I see that coming in a little bit more, so he can easily get away with it. But I found like it was an interesting kind of few chapters where Yota does get killed by Black Dawn, and I was like, holy shit, maybe he's going to lose a thing, like he'll get reincarnated again or something, or that he isn't dead. But he goes back to his original world, and you find out that he's lost his arms, he's lost his legs, or he's lost one arm and he's lost a leg or something like that. And that's due to the fact that previously in the first issue, they all think that he jumps out the window, but he was pulled out the window. And I was like, okay, that's not too bad. Is it going to be one of those things of, do you know that if, you know that he's in an isekai world, is it all in his memory? So he sees his his childhood friend that he loves the most and who's in the first one. And she admits that she likes him and he likes her. But you see this dark, evil creature look at him, and I can't remember if it's through the window. He gets pulled out. Yeah, I think he gets pulled out the window, and she sees this creature, and yeah, he gets pulled out, and he basically wakes back up in parallel paradise, and then kills Black Swan. She confesses. Not Black Dawn, the childhood friend. He gets pulled back into the world again, and they beat down, and they move on to the next part. And I know I have read a little bit past this, but I can't remember, so I'm going to go back, because I know that they're on a boat now, and I know there's some more stuff, so I'm going to write the review for that much later on. But for this one, I liked the chapters. I liked where the story was going. I liked the fact that they dialed down the sex a lot, but they didn't kind of go like, well, you don't need it anymore. This has moved on. You don't need to see anything else anymore. And I like the way that it mind fucks you a bit, because you don't know which is the real world now. Is it all in his head? Is he dreaming about this? Is he going to wake up again later on with basically just a torso and that's it? Or is it going to go a bit further? Who knows? I'm looking forward to buying the rest, because I do want to buy every single one of these, because I do generally think it's a really good manga, and I'm really enjoying the ride for just reading it. I like the way that the story is progressing. I feel like the artwork is great as well. I like the fact that Yota was helping rather than just like not. So that to me was quite nice to see. But yeah, I really am enjoying the story. I didn't think I would. I think I would get kind of bored of it. But right now, absolutely love it. I think it's a really good one. I can't wait to kind of read the rest. I'm going to figure out which I can start and which way it will. So this will probably turn into... The third one will be either a quick, short one up to where I've read, and then I can figure it out, and then it should go back into volumes. But yeah, I think this is really good for Manga Monday. Again, hopefully some of the pictures are okay. But if you like this sort of content, you love manga, you love anime, you've got anything you want to recommend to me, pop it down in the comments so I can check it out, and then hopefully make a volume by volume video on it. Because if it's ongoing, fine. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. What did you think? Let me know down below in the comments. If you like this sort of content and you want to see more, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, as well as that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop, as my voice is now going. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there. If I don't see you tomorrow, then I will see you in a couple of days.
チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができます。